Chodan Soki Chonanga, Chanchu Badu Dani Yosuchu, Dagi Chuni Kipe Sonangi, Yoga Penche Sanje Jukashu. Chodan Soki Chonanga, Chanchu Badu Dani Yosuchu, Dagi Chuni Kipe Sonangi, Yoga Penche Sanje Jukashu.
Okay? Maybe today my ear will dance. Not that. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Nice color here. Anyway, I'm very happy to meet you guys again. Usually we think, oh, why? It's always we meet again, we're happy. We don't know when we not meet conditions. Tibetan Buddhism explained to tomorrow and past life, future life, which ones come first, no one knows. Therefore we say, oh, we have to meet again, it's good. This we also think about a little bit, death and impermanent. So, therefore, everybody usually we always explain when you practice, when you study, when you meditation, first everybody set up a very good motivation. How we do motivation means, not everybody loves to happiness. Everybody loves to help to others. No one wants to hit others, right? Everybody try to help, think about help, but we are not available to help others because we don't have power. Also, we don't know others' mind, whatever they need. What we do more benefit for them. Maybe sometimes we give a lot of money. We can help them. Maybe we don't have this power also. But anyway, therefore think about we need to help for others, but we don't have power right now. Who has power? When we get or achieve this power, we think, check, oh, maybe Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, they have power. The Buddha, he did himself to meditation practice and he achieved enlightenment. He achieved full happiness, full, not just a little bit, full, always, 24 hours. Therefore now, oh, I need to achieve that cut. Then I help to others. Therefore you can think, for benefit of all the friendship beings. Therefore I have achieved enlightenment. Therefore I do a little practice, meditation, study Dharma. For we put the goal there, and we think about it. Oh, my motivation is that. Then you do what activities is it become virtuous action, virtuous Geshe. Therefore, everybody always, very good motivation is very important. That kind of motivation, then we think why we need to study Dharma, why we need to meditation, why we need to study. Just think about why. Not law. It's not law, right? Usually, if it's law, maybe good. In the US, people in here, everybody keep that law very good. Maybe another consumption.
So, sometimes it looks like that you guys keep the law, much more better than the monks keep their vows. So, if I'm not speaking badly, about the vows.
It is something, how the law, you look at the law. Maybe they will law started to virtuous, then you can keep very well. But this is not law, Everybody choice to practice Dharma, to study Dharma. Therefore, why we study Dharma? Usually, we all sentient need happiness. No one needs solving problems, but always we have problems. Big problem, small problem, And the country has a country problem, city has a city problem, state has a state problem, the family has family problem. Everybody has their problem. Everybody, all sentient beings, even insects. Everybody. The insects, birds, always running. They don't find food. But fine, everybody, no one wants this suffering, but always come. Sense of waters, chinyama, water.
Because of ripples in the water.
One we fix that second one coming again. This is what we think. Maybe no one, maybe some God, or maybe maybe president, maybe judgment, could always put us to suffer. Not that God. Then we think, how can come this sufferings? Why? We don't want that always coming. We miss something. We don't understand something wrong. We do something wrong. And we Buddhism experience. We need wish happiness that also come from cause and condition. We don't want suffering that also come from cause and condition. Then we think, it's suffering and happiness, they all come from cause and condition. Then who did this cause condition? He did all, she did all, maybe God did all, maybe Buddha did all, maybe George Bush did all. We Buddhism explain, no, we did. I did bad things, then I get the result. When I do good things, we got good results. Therefore,
so therefore, out of ignorance, we have created so many causes to experience many sufferings.
I think my English is very not good vacation. Enough. The reason they were young, I get it. They were doing it.
So the suffering that we don't want comes from the cause and condition as well. Also the happinesses that we want also come from cause and conditions. And we have created so many negative actions that are the causes for so many sufferings that we don't want.
아니 다 들이 제 가진 사회는 다 말씀 의외에서도 마시와 체니 다 제도사 사회 그래서 신나 사회 말해.
So normally why we create these non-virtuous actions are because of ignorance. If we knew, then we wouldn't create that. Because of not knowing the reality, what it brings and so forth. Therefore, we keep on creating those non-virtuous actions.
먼저 내만 처음에나 싫어하고 그래서 먼저 중국말 와서.
And so, because we know if we jump into a fire, we'll be burnt and might even die. Therefore, we don't jump, right?
옛날 먼저 좀 먹게 왔어 아니 저 동안 거요 하모지 좀 먹고 못 사게 그래서.
But because of not knowing that by creating so many non-virtuous actions, we experience many sufferings, and we keep on creating all these non-virtuous actions.
다 원하지 제대로 가지 싸워서 와서 가려지 싸워요. 가려지는 제대로 싸우는 거잖아.
So how do we create these non-virtuous actions, the causes?
그거 다 빼차셔 있나? 다 이제는 내지와 있나? 아니 저 동안하고 다 저도 싸워야 돼서 저 동안하고 지도 싸워야 돼서.
So any kind of action that causes harm to others, then that becomes a cause for one's own suffering.
다 원하 다 제발 내지에다 가려려나? 아니 링아였으면 가려려 내지나? 다 내지와 작은 그래서.
So how do you cause harm to others? You cause harm to others by bringing suffering on their body, speech, and mind.
다 대중에서 다 장바로 고대오로 쉬와 있나서. 아니 남도 칸 집도 잘라면 뭐 시험을 쓰는 포워체나 이거에 섬는 좋았어.
So just to give you a few examples, like if we say something bad, then that hurts the feeling of other person, then that's a non-virtuous action created through our speech.
뭐 대리전서 가지르나 수수 책도 좀 나발았더니 이 선체 파주에 샘 막아버리. 내가 동안 나서 모았어. 동안 돼서 모았어.
So because of saying that bad word to others or harsh word to others, you give suffering to others, right?
근데 되게 되어라. 다 만주 우리 선체 시한라 되지가 샘을 강에 동안 잡아라 때니 되게 되고 중앙 소소용 거요 하 먹어버지니 한 것도 되거든요.
So because of not knowing that by saying those bad words or harsh words to others and hurting their feelings, we are creating non-virtuous actions and thereby creating, to experience suffering for ourselves in the future, we keep on engaging in those kind of non-virtuous actions.
그래도 빼나 다 나도 관계가 가리나 간이 두자 다 조모 지금제 가거든요. 남들로 와서 소소 바꿔서 이제.
And so we always say bad things about other people, right? The people that we live together, the neighbors, our friends even, and so forth. So we always complain about them, say bad things about them, right?
그리고 아니 쇼치니 직전에 주도 카고 받으려고 다 몇번이나 저거 뭐 먹기도 왔어. 이말 칸 제가 다시 왔어. 그중에서 가가 이말 칸 그것도 말하면서 셀로 보고 이게 지도 어떤 지기로 왔어.
You don't have to use your mouth to say the bad things. Sometimes you just use your fingers by typing in the computers and you send out.
In Asia country, Tibetan they fight hand, you know. Now here they finger fight. Also they say very harsh words, you know, each other, you know. They say very yabai. And here maybe now technology give different idea. Your finger always fast. I'm not talking about you guys, but you know, generally more.
So that's more common in this country, right?
Therefore, sir, Kadinadas, the Kaji Semji Jenga, Linga, Yasm Karla, Nuagi, Shao Suri Chevaina, that taken traveler, Suri Duma.
So anyway, if you engage in any kind of non-virtuous actions through your body, speech, and mind that cause harm to others, then you experience the result in the form of suffering yourself. For example, if you're angry, you're not happy yourself, right?
This is very right. When you're angry, you're not happy. If whatever somebody very nice for you, everybody had say a very good hug that you are not happy. But because you are angry. Then maybe you are very special food, special house, special car that your mind's angry, then you are not happy. Therefore, angry always give to soften. He never ever give happiness. This will be everybody has experienced. You don't need to very detailed, right? Then same as attachment, jealous, and there are many there some guru give to us to soften. And always think about that, very important. Try to not
It's very important not to fall under their controls.
So if you
don't want to experience suffering, then you have to apply the means yourself to not experience suffering. Just like if you have to fill your stomach, then you have to swallow the food yourself.
Maybe not there, put some pipe in here. But anyway,
and also, just like if you want to keep warm yourself, you have to wear more clothes yourself. And so just like that, if you don't wish to experience any problems, any sufferings, then it is important for yourself to apply the means to not experience those sufferings. And right now, many of us, we don't know those means or methods to avoid those sufferings. And so all these different religions, different teachings explain the means to avoid these sufferings. And also, like in Buddhism, it explains all these causes. It explains what are the causes of the sufferings, what are the causes of happiness. By doing what you experience suffering, and by doing what you experience happiness, and so forth. So you should understand that, and whether it is true or not, you should check it yourself. And also Buddha said, this is my experience, but whether it is true or not, you can check it yourself. And otherwise, he didn't say that he would be able to check all our sufferings, just like we would remove something by doing a surgery. And so this is the very reason why we are studying. We are studying to understand the means for not experiencing the sufferings. So if you know the reality, then you will try your best not to experience or create those causes for suffering, right? So most of the sufferings come from not subduing or taming one's mind. So therefore you should take care of your mind. I'm not saying that when I say you have to take care of your mind, I'm not saying you're all like crazy people.
Some Tibetan word, you keep your mind. The mind just stay, go ahead, go back. But it's all.
So you should take care of your mind, not letting it follow the delusions.
어떤 들리다 다 배잖아. 다 뒤로도 쳐야 돼. 뒤로도 수수 희와 제대 다 수수된 영내 체고 그래서
So this is what what is explained in the teachings. So you should study that and then put it to practice.
이제 제와이나 아니 강 먹게 쇼도 용어지나 강 개베쇼도 막 땡데 다 슈슈 다 뭔가 슈슈 연거를 들어.
So in this way, if you keep reducing the non-virtuous actions, then it is natural for the virtuous and virtuous actions to increase.
어떻게 다 가디 연발에 직소소 수수 대반도 해야 되는데 수수도 다 생각 그냥 보셔야 저렇게 저거로.
So since you wish to have happiness all the time, it is important to be relaxed.
또 강에도 체도 삼아가지. 수수치 코로로 사세바 맞게도 가서 뭐 지워야 돼. 이 제와라 때는 뭐 강에서 하는 것도 왔어.
So, for example, like when we're experiencing some kind of difficulties or sufferings, more we are stressed, more we are worried, it doesn't help us to reduce those problems, right?
나는 솔직히 내가도 쉬어야 돼. 다른 거 내가 쉬어서 sem지적 강의 sem지적 내다 와이다. 아니 나도 내가 가디 강의 세게 말어.
So, for example, if somebody lost a job, if he keep on worrying or feeling bad about that, then that will not help to solve his problems, right?
내가 대 맞아가지. 그래 내가 좀 세바지 세 답이 세바지고 그러죠. 강의도 세.
So instead of worrying and stressing yourself, you should find something else, some different methods to solve that problem.
어디에다 생각 그냥 보셔야 돼. 싫어 있는 거 좀 싫어야 돼.
So it's very easy, very important to relax your mind.
근데 생각 그까지 영화 뒤에 되지. 근데 맞지 돼요. 대용어도 그 뭐지? 근데 수고야 나도요. 세아리 보여. 그렇죠.
So more relaxed you are, more comfortable you will feel, and then more comfortable you feel, more happy you will be, and then more longer you will live.
And always worry every day short life. 다른 거 지당하고 시당 거다는 그래서
So this is just a general ways.
다 가상하고 아직 소시 사태야 거다 내시 다시 뭐된 데다가 데다가 그래서 인식미 넘어서 때 제거 해요 말고.
And so last time we talked about visualizing the marriage field, and this is the part we're discussing. It's very similar to the tantra, so if you are not initiated with the tantra, then it's not necessary to follow that. But because it is in the text, so it is important that we go through the discussions on that.
어디 소리들도 지금 마음고 개고 말이 소수 나도 라마 대화를 그런데 주부 삼다는 거예요.
So this is one way of visualizing, but it doesn't have to be this way all the time. It can be just a simple form, the one we call it inclusive of all, so that one figure that includes all. You can think of your guru, visualize the guru, and think of him or her as the Buddha, the deity, the Buddha, and everything.
Actually, we had talked last week about maybe either passing out the Guru Puja book or having a tanka with a visualization on it. Should we do that or no? Maybe
Yeah.
are we past that? Or?
maybe one more.
Yeah, we have them up here. We can pass out if we're going to do that.
Yeah, maybe you can give the small ones.
Yeah.
Not necessarily everybody hold. If you like hold, you don't doesn't matter, okay? This is new book. Yeah, who will like you can give.
Does anybody want to have a copy of it?
everybody have to close your eyes. You realize it. 다 당분간도 빠져오는데 다 배장 로네 치다 그래. 너도 하고 싶대. 내가 로는 그게 공개해야 되고.
So first you read the description and then look at the pictures, and then after that you close your eyes and then visualize that.
다 가서 먼저 당분에 소 지구대 나도 시작해요. 맞. 근데 지도 지름식.
So in the center one is lam-rim cover, right? As you see there.
다 내가 또 남아집에 남지 소통당에 와이나 아니 남아집에 더 좋아 나지라고 그러고.
So this is the Kurukulla Center. If you do the Kurukulla, then this is how we follow.
맞지. See? 아니 지구 동원에 가던 것도 시사해 봐. 아니 라마지. 아니 로장 동호도 제자. 다 소소 라마. 아니 지름 거지. 아니 사실 좀 아니 뒤가 아니 저도 제자. 다 강에 끼거든. 다 강에 고쳐서 그러는 거. 다 그랬어. 네. 봐야 돼도.
So you see the center figure, that's the Lama Losong. That's the Lama Losong we're talking about. And then that's in his heart is Tuang, which is Buddha Shakyamuni. And then at the heart, you can't, it's too small to see all the things, but at his heart, is the Vajradhara, and it's at the heart of Vajradhara, is the syllable home.
어떻게? 이제 다른 동서 왔어. 어디 가다가 좀 저기 잡사요. 와.
That's the main figure we discussed already, right?
다들 다 자세히 봐 진짜 투진이 좋았어. 아주 투진이네.
So as you see, there's a rainbow light shining or emanating towards both sides, right, right and left.
다내 예술 안에 자체 쉐제 너무 말해도 좋아. 강하게 하는 데
And so then on the right is the gurus of the extensive deep lineage. So which the main figure is the Buddha Maitreya. You can see on the top. Go over there.
다 뒤꾸라 이것도 언니 다 바바 통에 나와서 아니 자체 쉐제지. 하나 나지 그래도
And so then around him, is the lineage gurus of that extensive deed, and starting with Sangha and so forth.
다 들어오더라야 다 빠지려고 숨도 왔어.
And then below that there are three groups, right?
이틀이 그룹 안에 가도 신바와 가도 나름 봐 가도 명아봐 숨을 봐.
So there's then the Kadam, the classical lineage, and the instruction lineage, and then Kadam Shubha, and then the lam-rim lineage.
다시 네 친구한테 다시 가도 신바를 말이야. 친구.
Then I think the center one, the middle one, is the classical one.
아니 되게 이 친구들 가도 lam-rim 말을 신경 말해도.
So the one is on the side, on each side, one of them is the instructional one, lineage, and the other one is the lam-rim lineage.
뒤에 어디 다 가도 삼아 봐. 다 수수 쌓여라 하는 것도 자상해요.
And below that is the new Kadamas, Sarmapa. So then from there is all your lineage gurus.
다 내주도 가도 사서 와서 이제 쉬었지.
So that's the extensive deep lineage.
다 봐줘요. 근데 다 선모 따지지. 동거원에 이거 지금 잡아야지. 뒤에 올리면 다 봐발라도 아니 빠져 나와서 다 거지. 뒤에 어디 집안에
And so then on the top, that in the right, on the left, is the Manjushri surrounded by the gurus of the profound deeds, profound view, the lineage of profound view. And then below that, the three groups are same. That's the other one. And then below that also is the same as the other one.
다 근데 지구들이야 다 바로 온만 왔어.
And then on the top, behind the main figure, the five vertical lines, right, of gurus.
다 내 당가 지서다 걸려를 지금 지금 왔고 바래지. 근데 지는다 이제 다 내는 무슨 해야 되고. 지금 친구랑 지 아니 얘를 지 여러 지 여러 좀
actually, when you're visualizing, when it's drawn, it's like that. But when you're visualizing, then I think you have to visualize in a group. One in the central, one in the right, one in the back, one in the one on each side.
이제 다 진구대 가려서나 아니 다 잠이야 짜자이 버데 이제 아니 가대 찾아지는 걸로 이제 소리 말해서
And then, so this is so it's what do you call that? The lineage of the Ganden Great Seal, and so these are the central figure, is all usually.
아니 다 실당 남주지 소소치 내주도 한 받으려고 그러고 소소 간지 미박하는 쪽에 이제 다 진구대 아니 가대 가지 되네 아니 이에서 바지지 나빠 예셔라 바지 상황돼 봐 저희 그랬죠.
And then on the right are the father tantra deities. You can see that Guya Samaja, Yamantaka.
아니 다 이혼된 말진 콜로데 줬어 다 지금 아주 많아서 그들이 많이 그랬죠.
And on the left is the mother tantra, from the chakra sambhara and so forth.
아니 자로라 약간은 틀리지도 그 나마다 좋지 나와서 같은 말이 말이지.
And then on the back is the what do you call that, 16 drop tantra lineage, and that's what's the Choji.
좋지 나와서 같은 말이.
So there's the lineage gurus, Lama Disha and so forth.
양 지금 제가 가시라 아니 자로데 깨도지 어디서 야지. 다 소소 다 나진다는 거예요.
So in some lineage, it is the hair vajra that you visualize in the back.
아니 뇌들아 다 지시 하는 그래서
The front is the Yamataka, that's how you think.
일단 좀 나아져서 왔었나.
So those are the 5 groups. You understand that?
나도 가렸다. 예.
This is just a brief explanation, okay? A rough and brief explanation.
I noticed just up from the rainbows on either side, on the far right or the far left of the bottom row, there's a blank spot, if you will. What does that, or empty in the place? Do you see that?
Yes.
What are those?
Don't
Right
watch it,
here in
also,
the corners.
don't watch it.
아니 소소가 다 짜요라 마티나 야 참 좋아요.
So that's to place your root guru, whoever that is.
세상 지는데 다 가도 삼이가 남아 들어왔어.
So this is the lineage gurus of the new Kadambas.
뭐 다들 지금 그래서 왔는데 시에서 담는 뭐 그래요. 다 지체가 하고 그랬어.
So yeah, there are many different explanations. I'm not familiar with it myself very well.
Damchoe, could you speak up a little bit? It's
Oh, sorry. So there are many different explanations, and I'm not familiar about it myself.
Yeah.
A quick question. In this figure, Maitreya is shown on the left and Manjushri is on the right. And in the figure on the Gompa, we have Manjushri on the left and Maitreya on the right.
We don't care just for that.
So
No, they're not just they did not even know.
내 장면은 내가 여자마라 여자마라들이 롱기디 말들었어. 로그인 넘버도. So this is a Maitreya actually on the right. In the picture here,
yeah, in the
there's a Maitreya on the right.
on the right, meaning
Meaning here, this one here,
Here.
Right of the Buddha.
to the right of the Buddha.
right of the Buddha.
So then, if it's the right of the Buddha,
Yeah.
then
Well, he looking for
yeah.
When you're looking there, it's on your left side.
This is not the it's not arranged like the Merrifield altar, so we shouldn't compare it.
yeah.
Okay, so it's not a, so
Which one you looking for?
so if we were looking at the altar.
Oh, I see that one. No, there's no Manjushri. I mean,
Yeah,
It's
there's,
Manjushri on the
there's no Buddha Maitreya there.
on the right.
That's Tara.
That's Tara.
Oh, that's Tara.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's different.
야, 누가야? 삼성 납치 휴지 지워야 되는데 파출 투주 인가라야. 아니. 그지 잠배야. 다소카 라모치. 그냥도 저런 데가 가서 대지가 로사 있어.
So yeah, so here is the Manjushri, but Buddha material in I think it's like looks like it's the Pabongka form, in the German body form, not the one that we see wearing robes and monk robe, but in the German body form. So that's the Buddha material on the right. Anyway, we did this discussion roughly last time also, right?
근데 시단에 상제도 사수 지금 남아가면 돼야지. 다 déjà 소소를 쭉 가르치는 거 뒤값고 다 라틴 남아니까 그래서 이게 맞지 봐.
So these Buddhas, they come in different forms to benefit sentient beings. Whichever form is form more fits the needs of the sentient being, they come in that form. But in reality, they're all one person, one Buddha.
오케이. 어디 다른 가동을 되면 다른 쇼고 가서 치대가 한 여기디 이거나야 바로 시을 들어와. 잠시.
And so now last time we stopped there, it says the next, the lotus base on the first level has 4 petals.
들어와. 저도 대쇼
Damashira.
이거를
Damashira.
저도 쇼만 갖고 하고 이래.
You know where we stop, right? The page is 163, if you have the blue book.
다 저도 내가 다는 동도 내 솔라 내 들 하니 벌써 하니 동도 왔어. 동도에서.
So you see there, right, in the front, here, in the bigger group, the 2 ladies on the right, 2 ladies on the left.
내 이제는 지나다 저쪽으로 잡아 지금 잘해서 이제 한번 제시하는 거 많이 제시하면서.
So actually there has to be one on each side, and then one in the back, and one in the front. But when it's written, it's like 2 on the right and 2 on the left.
다들 빼잔 좋아해. 하나 동부 덴마시아 단다. 다 상한테 방 바로 밑에 다 상한테 가서 순이 다 감사성 당부를 했어.
And it says the next lotus base on the first level has 4 petals. In the place, the 32 deities of the Akshobhaya Vaja system of the Guya Samaja group on the front petal. So in the front, is the Guya Samaja.
니들은 다 이해서 지지가 쳤음 동도was.
And then the 13 deities of the Yamantapatanta stand on the petals to Guya Samaja's right.
아니 이런도 콜로 되죠. 다 같이 손이 같이 되니.
And then the 62 deities of the Luipas versions of the Heruka Tantra are on the petals to Guya Samaja's left.
아니 저도 제도 제 학급 방법을
And then 9 deities of the Kapalin version of the Hervaja stand on the rear petals.
안돼 다는 같이 신도와 남셔 동문 내임을 무슨 말이죠?
And so here you only see the main deities on the picture. So those are the ones.
이거 그래서 양나다 다 양문하다 지금 내쳐보세요. 맹화다서 아니 이에서 같이 상황돼 봐. 아니 나 손당 심하지래서.
And then it says, according to another tradition, you visualize Guya Samaja, the king of the father Tantra, on the pedal to the main figures, right?
아니 이분도 말체 여보는 골로 되죠. 근데 파만이게 되는 더 진지시. captain the was.
Then the Chakrasambhara, the king of the mother Tantra, stands to the main figure's left. Then deities of the father Tantra stand on the middle pedal and the front of the main figure.
어다 강한테를 너 소소하게 지금 로다 땜비.
Sorry, the deities of Yamataka, the Tantra has all the key points, both mother and father Tantras stand on the middle pedal in front of the main figure.
대야지 정말은 땜다 땜비 ጨ고 용서 좀 차반다 소유 좀 나고 해서
And then it says, in any case, if you can manage it, you should visualize the whole mandala of each tantra along with their resident deities.
아니 걔들 대만에 와야 나다 이제 또 송고 또 주고 송고 숨다고 지금 나오는 것들이 있어서.
And if that is too much, then visualize the principal deities and their complete regiments.
대오만
How their mandalas.
또 장바지 다 남아로서 통모도 있는데 다 찍으라고 가들 하지 지금 둘이 저거나 아니 다 지혜서 이렇게 말씀하고.
And if you cannot do this, this is you have to simply visualize the principal deities. Like if you do the 100 deities of the Tushita, along Tsongkha Guru Yoga that we do every time or when we have teaching, you visualize only Lam Tsongkha and the two disciples on each side.
그러니까 그게 되오잖아. 가게 바지잖아. 되오 그러면 파수를 람마 상지쳤다. 그래서 지금적으로 같이 성장하는 거죠.
So if you want to do in details, you can explain all these visualization. If not, you can also do it. It's just in a simple form. As one figure, your guru or the Buddha.
어디 당도 바람 담아서 잘 다른 마셔다. 근데 바람 이바디로 들어왔어.
And so that's about the first level, from the top. And then now we move down to the second level. On the second level,
다 대라 안에 딱빠 뒤진 콜로 나와서 그래. 다 남의 뒤지. 빨리 좀 소리 말해서
and so on that, then there are the deities of the highest level tantra, such as Kala Chakra and so forth.
어떻지? 다 뒤에 오대 들었다는 막 가래 것도 바르게 배워나. 아니 뒤에 오마디 아니 남조지 말. 딱 그리 나와서 와. 내가 남조지를 할 수 있는 거죠.
So then below that, and then the third level is the yoga tantra deities, on the third level.
뒤에 오더라다 쇼지지 남나라서 와. 내가 쇼지가 나왔어
The fourth level are the Charya Tantra deities.
뒤에 오더라니 샤지 다 좀알아서 다 샤지 한번 보셔야 되죠. 샤지.
Domalosu Nobe.
이렇게 나면 다시 가면 다 샤지가.
The Kriya, then on the fourth level, the fifth level are the deities of the Kriya, or the action tantra.
아니 뒤에 오더라다 아니 가상산제 통산이라서 봤다 좋게 좀 산제 이 말에 들어와.
And then below that are the Buddhas taking their supreme Nirmanakaya forms.
뒤에 오더다 얘랑 어디 뒤에 오더 샹실세마 샹실 예외 세제 나와서 샹실세마 말이죠.
And then the seventh, the Bodhisattvas, the Bodhisattva.
예외 세제 깨로서
The Bodhisattva, the 8 Bodhisattvas.
뒤에 오더라 랑자
And below that are the Pratyeka Buddhas, the solitary Lazarus.
랑자 자주 그러다. 뒤에 오더라니 밥에 내때 집을 나와서 인도.
Then there are on the ninth are the Sharavakas, or the heroes.
뒤에 오더라대 파원카도.
And then below that are the Dakas and the Deities.
뒤에 오더라다 주종 소마스도 다 주종 좀 공부도 남세도 이 주자 그래서 와.
And then below that are the Dharma protectors.
얘는 반응 주칙 생각을 반응 주칙.
So there are 11 levels.
그걸 시 어때? 다 뒤에 오더라 자신 시대야 뒤에 자신한테 뭐 빼매 가는 거 말해서 양가 설레는데 나 오미디어스는 양 설레지 봤더니 양 설레 집에 들어와 빼매 나는 또 샤미야 그래서 가 예시
Vision Buddha.
배전한 거죠. 오빠도 먼저 빠지고 예시 내 빼매 가는 거 말이죠.
And so then in the picture you can see the book cover. There are the four four great kings, floating on the cloud and then on the pedal.
Okay, then finish. 다 저도 지금 남들 지금은 양 지수로 할게. 한번 되게 너무 나오고 말죠.
Anyway, so if you're practitioner of this, then you can read the commentaries which explains more detail about these visualizations.
다 빠뜨진 걸로 다 저거 오고 누워서 강간해. 이거 나도 나는 이제 아마도 마음을 들고 시간을 가지고
As you can see that on the second level, there are these highest level tantra deities, such as Kala Chakra and so forth. So that's where you visualize the Kala Chakra, and so many of you are going to receive the Kala initiation, right?
다 된거 와서 지금 와 이세 투모만 이거 지금 내가 이 시초 가지고 투모도 다시 하면 해야 돼. 가지고 소리가 점도 뭐 해야 되나?
So the high school tantra among the high school tantras, the Kalachakra tantra, is uncommon one. Whereas it's not necessary to have a lot of prerequisites. You can just receive it as long as you have refuge vows. Some other tantras, you have to have certain things before you can receive those tantra initiations.
现在样去往的土木嘛一个但给可能我让我家过来是吧？你家完了给的把这些这些需求出嘛真的，你其实家里的需求是什么都是，就是那些不是那这他妈的是吧？
I'm not very familiar with myself, but I checked. I asked some teachers in India, so to check whether who can receive it and who cannot receive, and they said there's no restriction for that. Anybody can receive.
他想那个学了进步、公布，那应该是吧？
So it's very scarce, rare, and also has great blessings.
现在上去他往修验的修菜的他妈的就觉得这我们这个，我听说那个双头看过来是，可是马上我也那样，他那么那那也不是那个是吧？
So after receiving the Kalachakra initiation, His Holiness might ask you to do the 6-session Guru Yoga. Even if he doesn't ask, doesn't tell you to do that, it is good to do that anyway.
他运用嘛，我节点你钱是吧？
So there are different versions. There's the short ones and the long ones, so you can do whichever one that you feel comfortable doing.
我对这他们都搞什么事儿是吧？你往这学国革命嘛。
So it's very fortunate for being able to go and receive those initiations.
我是大的那个什么，那些初学者那是的，就是俺那多些那个我学搞不说，多些那些上些一开始，他一开始各个在那是吧？学搞不。
So now you have to visualize the 3 syllables on the deities and the metaphor.
俺那电话去，他说到北上的时候，我们就是那样，电话来人就我那啥个三步，3年是对你就我讲课，他都上过的是吧？
So it says there's syllable letters, and by nature the 3 vajas, the enlightened body, speech, and mind, are visible on the 3 points of the bodies of the inverted figure. It is the white palm, the nature of the Vaja body, Vairocana Buddha, and then the crown of their head, on the crown of their heads, the red are Vaja speech, and Amitabha Buddha on their throats, and the blue home, Vaja mind, and Akshavaya Buddha at their hearts.
我听这那多些什么大三节可能个切球，3节可能大个什么，听这一般的，到时候那个情况不是吧？
So these 3 syllables, they symbolize the 3 vajas, the body, Vaja speech, and the Vaja mind of these Buddhas. Therefore, it's very important.
这样他说是那么可能个，他那这一般，他是个是吧？
And also, again, it is important to understand or to think that that these are all the emanation of one's one Guru.
俺那天把这天他们说，他先把身子去给棉花枪，他工作去棉花的那个事是吧？
It says, although the recitation text do not explicitly say, we are told a yellow sawa should be visible at their nipples. It is Ratnasambhava Buddha by nature. Green Ha should also sit at each figure private parts. Its nature is Amavasiti Buddha. The 3 Vaja are exclusive to the Buddha. Thus, you should regard all the merit to be Buddha by nature, even the Sarvabhaga, spotted Buddha, and so on.
You understand what's going on? It's okay now. You have to repeat here. You have to read this. What the thought is all that thing is the Shumi. This is a talk of the Suzu Shinu Shiva, Shinu Mad, Rawa, Shinu the Temaswa, the Jigit Tamil of Thomas and was.
Yes.
He was in you. That's what we 소리가 신업 쇼이가. 근데 신업 마 소리가 이런 거. 내가 술로도 봐. 땜버쳐 봐. 이제 다시 좀 하고 들어와.
It says we're also told to develop 3 more attitudes towards the magic field. On the appearance side, we visualize it well. From the devotion side, we believe this one and that one are the actual so and so. And from the faith side, we believe it is marvelous things to which to make offerings and so forth.
다들 다양 이시바 현재고 다양 나도 시다 소지 싸도 다 양산지도 전에도 패로치는 것도 실내적으로 들어와.
So this is just your visualization. It's not the real person there, right? It's your imagination, your visualization. And now you have to invite the actual beings. And so those are called the wisdom beings.
다 세고 지내라는 다 나도 지금 소주고 무밭대 보여도 어떻게 제대로 말해 들어와. 이제 딱 나도 사지 투가 같이 살아 사지가 송다. 다 투 그도 투여 나도 라고 들어와. 다 투고 맞춰 가지고 요 말이 왔어.
So it says actually you don't need to invite them. They can just they will be there if you think about them there.
너는 더 송도스 강은 누가 쓰지가 대에는 투마시스. 다 소주 누가 가와는 살때라 산지 좀도 여러 해서 와. 소주 저기 여러 해서 와.
One sutra says the sages will come in front. The sages here is referring to Buddha will come in front of anyone who visualizes whose visualization is made paramount.
어떻게 다 말에 저와시비가 산지 체면만이 사실 매세 당도 제가 뭐 어제 되고 송도스.
It says also in debating, we hear the assertion that there is no place unperceived by the valid cognition of a Buddha.
tenreza ngaji saneda chedwa ta timade ta magi jigo saneda tenrele jigo na kaji saji ko kawa yo da tu kawa ko yo imare se shi chane.
So it says that we must put such assertions into good use. We can readily compare this with the point made in Tantras for beings who have achieved the bliss of the unification. The enlightened mind and body have become the same entity. So any place pervaded by their omniscience is pervaded by their enlightened body as well. So wherever there is a mind of the Buddha, there is a body of the Buddha also.
내가 바지다 이제 가르친 친구 와서 제백 깨지 찍기장 시제 찍고 있다. 제백 깨지 찍기 다 시박 깨지만 찍었다. 시제대로 처럼 계약을 해 들어와 지금 근접해.
So it says in the verse, in but one moment, their omniscience pervades the mandalas of all knowledge. Wherever their primal wisdom pervades, so too do their bodies.
그러나 소주가 다 레터 그 많다고 하는데 사기가 저저도 소주 가와 예와한테 열어서 대비 별라 아니 지수 성격이 성격을 봐봐 통을 지수 성격 들어가다 아니 때려 공기 시리즈 집에 로지다 연송도 왔어.
And so wherever you think of Buddha, so Buddha is there. So wherever his mind is, his body is there. So Buddha is there everywhere. So then the example they applied here is just like Buddha Maitreya achieving or having the direct vision of Asanga having direct vision of Buddha Maitreya, and Chandrabhumi seeing Avalokiteshvara.
간제 소주 많다고 지금 나도직 사셔도 진짜는 되게 생각하지. 다시 심지 심봐. 내려서 나도 뭐 쉬어야 돼. 나도 수주 통통하게 말이 왔어. 간제 소주 많다고 해요. 그래 들어와.
So it is because of our ignorant obscuration that we're not able to see it. Otherwise, they are there all the time. So there are other kind of invisible beings like nagas and so forth in such and such places. It's just that we don't see them, but they are there.
어떤지 얘다 소주 의소에 빈듯이 연매치 다 신업 시장 요를 해서 가서 소주는 자세자에 막 그래 지 대화 사마도 요와나 다 자세자 구조 신업 중요를 들어와.
So again, it's the one's faith. If you have a strong faith and believe that it's there, then it's really there. So how much blessing you will receive depends on how strong your faith is.
대화에나 다 지금 소라 리센트 거서 다 로지 요가지도 하고 그러고
So he says that if you have a faith, even there can be relics even in the dog tooth. So you have heard about that account, right?
이거 잘 스토리 대다다 나도 지 사지 그수 지 세던 이거 가든 들다다 이렇게 바우도
And so whereas in our case, even if we have statues of the Buddhas made of very precious materials like gold, silver, copper, and so forth, we still don't see any relics, right?
대다 대 소소 다 대화도 안 해줄 거다 까들고
So that's because of lacking strong faith and also because of our thick negative obscurations.
어떻게 다 들리다 다 가지 다 소지 다 대수도 상대 다 문이 다 수수 사자 다로 패로지 돼 멀리 생각이 보이지 근데 좀더 커지는 데 시도서 다 생각이 이거 되는 봐 근데 제고요 뭐 해들고 이 생각
So anyway, so this is how it is. But you can still invite the wisdom beings, and then imagine dissolving into the beings that you have visualized, and then they actually becomes the real beings, and not just your visualization, but the real beings. So there is the invocation verse. It says the protectors of each and every sentient beings, gods who conquer mighty Mars and his horse. You who perfectly know all things, all Bhagavan Buddhas, and your train, please come here.
배나타 망갈라서 남겠다 다 간제 상제도 시에서 말을 나갈라다 쫄주바다 팬데다 수수수 사샤 나머지 아니 밥평이 와서 나머지 와 어때 나오죠 나무 수십 때는 맞던 거더라 나보다 강아지 배로 지러 근데 맞던 거 거지 맞던 시 남제들도 제고 발라대고 싶었는데 소신은 특히 상관을 얻어내고 싶어요. 맞던 때에 나 하고겠다 그날에 맞던 상다고 했어.
So it says here, you therefore invite them to come, so as to allay fears that this refuge beings before you might not actually be there. You also invite them to stabilize your conviction about the visualizations. Then you recite that verse.
아니 딱 망갈라서 뭐 땀제 나지지 다디 다뭐 세대 다 망갈라서 뭐 세대 사지 좀 되는 딜리시니 다 소화이 그래서 부지라고 봐. 요소에 아 딜리시서 말아 부지 빨리 지지해서 와서 갔다.
It says, as you recite this verse, you think, it says, the members of the matter field have the three qualities of omniscience, love, and ability. So as in the story of Magada Batari, all of them are coming in magical infinite processions at the same time. And the light radiates from the six servers at the hearts of the beings in the matter field and so forth.
어디가 그냥 다 소전하고 그러네 두개 상을 오전 초비 다 두칸에 그래 자파를 전에 다 수주서 막 찍찍을 막 맞다고 그래서
So this light strikes into the hearts of the Buddhas in the 10 directions, and complete merit field are drawn out of the heart of each Buddha.
어디 대화파 제워지나 대래 수제를 해야 수제를 다를 해지 다 잡는 거지 뭐. 다 가서 마수 봐서 따요 그래서
It says that all of these merit fields merge into the one field that stands above your original visualization.
어디는 다 가면 다 왕실 다 소지가 진짜 맞다 맞다. 제와는 아니 소소가 남다 제비가 된게 좀 보여줘서
And it says that this field then reaches many full sets of wisdom beings again, and this full set dissolves into each member of your merit field. You now visualize that each of the members of your merit field now, by nature, completely embodies your place of refuge. So it says if you do this visualization, we won't make value judgments about the merit field. The visualization is also an auspicious gesture for the future, when we will all actually who actually travel the path enjoys fruits. And so anyway, so as you visualize them dissolving into the commitment beings, so the beings that you have visualized, the wisdom being and the commitment being, now they become one. So as you imagine they become one, and then you recite that the 3 letters, or 4 letters, it's Za Hong Bang Ho, and you become inseparable from the commitment beings.
어떻게 따다 대고다 되나 취자고다 수지가 아마 주타원다 다 취소 제고 말이죠.
And then after you have invited all these wisdom beings, and placed them in your visualization of the battlefield, now you offer bath to them.
그래서 망가라서 뭐 써야 돼. 아니 야 남백이 다 잡으시 다 부모님 말에 들어와. 아니 대라 지금 지역에 잡으시 그걸 남아처럼 지세네. 아니 신이 아니 나 망가라서 빠와대 다 선지 주는 대화요 용시 말이다. 나 선지 주는 다 떼고 마세 간지신데 선지 주는 다 떼쇼세. 까 나네 뭐다이 지역에 남아친 거 말에 들어와.
So Mangala Badari, she this is tradition according to that you make bath offering to the Buddhas in the married field. And so anyway, so this is the Mangala Badari. So she's the princess of a king, the king who had a very strong devotion in the Buddha. So during the time of Buddha, and then there was other king who asked for her hand to the king, and then the king father asked Buddha whether it would be okay to give her away to this king or not, and then Buddha said it's okay to give her away.
근데 다뭐 남아서 됐다 남아 많이 봐서 아니 다못 됐다 뭐 가디나 나왔다 준도 줄도 맞도 줄도 아무도 준도 사진은 맞도 사진 나가면 되세 다 남지 가디는 못 계시 다 나도 그래서 뭐 남아서
공적이 뭐라고요?
많은 거 계시겠다.
So she was a Buddhist, and then the person, the king or prince, who she was married to was not a Buddhist, and so she always talked about them. I talked to them that their teachings and their religions are not same, their Buddha are not same, and so forth.
근데 다 저런 그 산지 이제 저런 산지 내려가서 대리실 초월해서 또 뭐라 나발에 대리실 통해나.
So then they asked, then they told her that if you want to invite your Buddha to our place, you can invite your Buddha.
근데 다 대리실 자체에 다 그것도 제기해서 아니 산지 콜 다좀 남자들 냠도시네 다 대리실을 진짜 잘지.
So then she prepared to invite Buddha to come to her house or palace with all these 500 arhats in his retinue.
어디가 같은데 다 보고 사셔들라 디가 산지 중에 다 나와서 니에서 주되었어.
So at that time, Buddha was residing in a place called Nyeyo.
근데 다 저게 뭐야? 아니 부식반에 머리 생지 그지고 시대는 좀더 커지는데 시대에 산지 좀 되는 거다 제가 찾아 다 들으시고 그래.
And so then one morning she woke up and then she invited Buddha by reciting this verse, the protection of each and every sentient being and so forth, with incense in her hand, and then she invited Buddha in that way with all his retinues of 500 arhats.
어떻게 디가가 다 다쳐서 들쳐 말아와 담아라 뭐 때에 다 그러네 아니 되게 루바데 쳐서 다 그래 산지가 대화시네 산도대 자체 무슨 말이 말이더라.
And so all these arhats performed many miraculous deeds, and those who are in the retinue of Buddha perform miraculous deeds and cause to have devotion in the minds now of all those people there in that country, the non-Buddhist people, and they all had strong devotion in the Buddha and became Buddhist.
어떻게 다 남아 시간이 되네. 조지 다 되게 까봐야 들리시고 걸어야
So that's the reason why in the initiations maybe also other time when you recite the invocation verse you carry incense in your hand, the lighted incense in your hand.
나도 다 소지 맛을 다 소지 다 수보적으로 했어. 나도 가게로는 다 수보적으로 들어와.
And so now after that, you have visualized the married field, right? So now you give bath, offer a bath to the beings in the married field.
Temperature very hard and we have to bath with that. And I see that teaching that Sajiga goes to the Tomoyo Morris in a social letter to Sosa, which is that children will be.
And so, in reality, of course, there's no stains or negative, karmic obscurations that pollutes the bodies of the Buddhas, but body, speech, and mind of the Buddhas. But we offer this bath in order to wash away our own sins, the negative obscurations, and so forth. So then how you offer the bath is up to you in whichever way you find comfortable doing. You can imagine the Buddha, sitting in the bathtub, kind of a bathtub things, or just offering water, pouring water on top of his body and so forth. So there's different ways you can do. So normally, when we do the four mandala, the Tara puja, then we usually offer bath. But here, the one that we do here is the short version, so we don't do it there. So it says here there are a number of ways to visualize the bath house, but as this particular practice relates to the heights of the Tantra, the bath house has 4 sides, 4 doors, and ornamental figures like the celestial palace at the heart of the Tantra mandala. So it says that the house has only 1 story. Its pagoda is supported by 4 pillars made of precious substance. Inside the building, the underside of the pagoda is decorated with a canopy of pearls. Bathing pool is in the center of the building. The bottom of the pool is crystal covered with the layers of gold dust, and center raised slightly higher than its edge, like a turtle's shell. So it is a little bit higher in the center, then the water doesn't stay there, it will all fall from the sides. So then it says remaining architectural details conform to the usual description in the Heizuk. There are the required number of wooden platforms, thrones to accommodate the members of the married field. It says that the walkway leads these thrones, the platform, on 3 sides. In each walkway has 4 steps and so forth. So you can just visualize as details as possible.
This is very funny. Sends the moms to their kids. What it then now that chicken and the chibum chip and banana such as very much. And the melange go is what the cheese on toilet, lots of chip. Not much of what.
And so you can also have the shelves. Imagine the shelves there to take off their clothes and then put it there, the old clothes there, and then another shelf with the new clothes, and then later again you'll be visualizing offering new clothes, new robes, and so forth, new garments. So he says that if you have implement for the bath ritual, use the ball to represent the bathing pool, and pour a little water from your initiation base into the ball.
근데 대라 다들 메노라 수능도 다 계속 돌아치. 들배 야르 뭐니지, 파니지. 다 내려 무시거든요. 그래. 땅고 끊어 버리거든요. 그래서 그
And it says to draw true horizontal lines on the ritual mirror. So you need a mirror, and you just mirror with the water from the base. Use the peggle feather base ornament as the writing instrument, and then make 2 vertical lines to form 2 horizontal, so 2 vertical lines to form 9 spaces in a square area.
아니 대야 리메이크 체크한다. 아니 틀리면 겨울에만 생각하더니 다 그것도 중요해서 한단 말이야. 들어가서
It's a draw dots. It's a draw dots, with more water on the base, on the edge, in the center square, and on an edge in the 4 cardinal directions. The corner square is blank. The square array represents the bathhouse, the 5 doors, the 5 dining Buddhas, family, and so forth.
어 대대 다 대이 지금 내가 지금도 지금 나도 들어가야 다 조율하면 돼. 다 줄을 지고 들어가.
And so, according to the Tantra, and when you offer bath, you have the goddesses, who's giving the bath offering. And so those who pour the water, apply soap, dry the wet, the towel, and so forth. So all these are performed by the offering goddesses.
그래서 다음에서 다 맞아 움직이는데 다 맞아 빼자는 소리를 들어와 지지는 소. 대신 다 대치 다다 지금 다 지다 당을 들어와. 아니 지금 내려 직도 아니 본만이 직도 나도 수부터 하지. 아주 강한 치고에서 말들어와.
And so, let's 치고 is.
지다 당하는 거. 들으시고 그래. 신라 내려 아주 다 지지 잠깐은 지금 되었지. 본만이 직대로서 드시고 그래서 약하고
And so then, after you offer the bath, then you dry the body by reciting this the mantras, Om Ahum Tamri, and so forth. So this is you just imagine touching, wiping the water from the forehead, from the throat, from the heart, and then from the 2 shoulders, and so forth.
근데 다 쉬고 만도 줘서 스포츠도 줘서 쉬고 와서 정말 심하다 쉬고 와서.
And then after that, then you apply the perfume on your body. You do that right after you take bath.
that's 제가 가서 쉬어도 안 쉬러 그치 롱도 좀 많이 하고 지금 그래서.
So usually, you can use the oil or something to anoint on your body. That's to block the pores so that wind doesn't get into your body.
가제 독세다고 저신도 좀 보여 봐. 다 지금 많은 미 중에 주관을 가시다 그래 가시 주거든요. 나도 쉬어야 돼 말이더라고. 가시다 매를 들어요. 이제 저신도 하고 이제는 말을 님이 쉬어한 거지. 그런데 쉬어야 되는 다 같이 지금 쉬어야 돼. 다 같이 쉬고 같이 쉬어야 돼. 그 수보야 정말 용치 말해서 이제 다 쉬려고 되게 롱도 되게 과시 되더라고.
So this ointment, so that you apply on your body, is to, is not to have good, pleasant fragrances, but rather to block the winds.
거기에 다 자원 좀 때문에 지 그런 둘러 가가지고 들어와.
Cautious. 지금 현재 여름에 내 친구를 했어요. 내가 길에가서 여름에 그 친구를 했는데 진짜 면도 있는데.
근데 그런데 주제에 주제만 도시 내 세상에 뭐지 특수인데 다 슈퍼 사서 되는 들어가야지 괜찮아.
네. 그렇죠.
If you teacher, you're English person, we hear not that you can read, maybe not. But I don't know. For us, maybe this is the use or not. I don't know. That's what it is.
So here it says that I anoint the dazzling body of the sages as dazzling as burnished refined gold with the choicest fragrances, the billions rewards they have to offer. The lotion is a golden color, an exquisite perfume, and not at all greasy. And then you imagine that the third set of the goddesses give them the new cloth recite, and this. So next one is the offering of clothes.
다 그래도 다 좀더 시다 심어서 다 둘러서 가리가리 봐. 개노는 개노 고쳐지 봐야도 봐야지. 아무튼 수수비. 야, 좀 대발이야 신발이 들어서. 이별지 우유봐. 그래 것이.
So then when you offer the cloth, so each figure receives the appropriate costume, the garments of the peaceful deities or of the wrathful deity. Imagine that Dom temple received a blue coat lined with the lynx fur on the inside.
안에
샘진지 꼭 있어요.
시다. 이 깨라치도 딱 정말 좋지야. 다 신축설이더라고.
And it says he also receives a bell that is round 6 times, round. That wand that is worn 6 times around his waist.
어디 근데 다 라강을 소소 가리가리 그거다 다 둘러 피다라고. 다 둘러 입어서 아무도 가르쳐 오더라고.
It says that his clothes symbolize that the path of the 3 scopes is covered by the 6 perfections. And doing this is the most auspicious gesture. And then the goddesses give the married field their appropriate ornament and implements. Then you recite this verse.
어디 다 둘러 입어서 전화 소리 하면 왜 생각나 버렸대. 대만나 로와를 주고 수수고 공부를 이용해 공부고 있다 땡겨서 다 기도하대. 또 뭐가 제고 생각죠.
Then the old clothes, the old clothes like on the jewel niches by the deities before they enter the bathhouse turn into light, which results into you between your eyebrows. Alternately, the other way is you may imagine that a representative from each of the 6 types of the rebirth of the 6 types of beings, 6 realm beings, comes forward to receive this share of these relics.
안에 다 수고 지하고 처리하라 쳐도 아이는 보게 되면 요새를 와서 대학 깔아만으로 주의가 되는 마음 잡네. 근데 루루스스 내야 되잖아. 루루스스 두마. 다 버린 좀 말고 다 새로 제 송선이.
So the water from bathing them, there are 6 gutters, that passes through the water passes through, and then the 6th gutter comes out of the bathing pool. These gutters take the bath water to the 6 realms. Feel that this water has removed all the sufferings from all other beings.
어떻게든 다 소소소소로 다 로월 주소서 거기 이제 가래가 들게 남아 저 송선이 하고 있어서.
And then, so this water again turns into whatever things that each being wants. It says that the human beings are so insatiable, besides that the water turns into goods to supply every imaginable human needs.
근데 다 지저분이 지가한테 다 눈만 동반이 다 상황적으로 그렇죠.
Now again, so now after you have offered the bath, then think that bath house, etc., dissolve into unfocused emptiness.
다 수수 조직을 해서 다 이제 다 수보기 다 차바진 다 쉬어들 때는 다 수수 다 조사 들어가지 다 연하도 저거 필요 그래서 얼마.
So now that you have offered the bath, offered the ornaments, the robes, and everything, then now you create merit, accumulate merit in their presence.
Okay, too complicated. Maybe we are not well able to cut the Tantra. This is more fun. It's not really.
Yeah, this is more related with the Tantra.
시간은 내가 제거 이거 말을 같이 소소로 집사를 남고 상대로 치기상으로 다는 그때는 저거 비트는 그래요.
So you try your best to follow as much as possible, but it's not necessary that you have to do it that way. You can just have one visualization of your one root guru, and then do all these things to him.
남중에 나서 지금 아금 빠는 조업에서 지금 나도 남았어. 상가로 이제 야좀 마도 지금 등이지 털어들어지지 지금 저와 야그 양반 세바키 야 드시고 아무도 다 남은 거였어.
So like I said before, you have to imagine that these goddesses are making offerings of the water to drink, water to wash feet, the flower, and so forth. So you imagine emanating hundreds and thousands and billions of these offering goddesses from your heart, and they're all running around, hitting each other, knocking each other, and like very, very lively like that. So.
Okay? I don't know that. Too difficult, too complicated. Okay.
Geshe, is the offering bath always included as part of the Merrifield visualization?
추수도 거드는 이나 여러가서 속신하고 거드는 여러가서
열에 나도 식당이나 다 요추 좀 좋았던 거 있어요.
저도 속신 거드 보면 되는데 제거라서
대 투 제도도 제거했어요.
Yes, if you can do that, that would be good.
Okay? It's too complicated. This is maybe goodbye. Okay, let's talk here.
What's the difference between the commitment, the wisdom, and the concentration beings?
다 대응하고 있는
I don't know.
이거 오시는데 세우송에서 근데
So maybe this honest will explain more clearly when you receive the culture initiation.
okay? Yeah.
Can you remind us, or at least me, which is the Kala chakra on this cover?
근데 대국을 나도 바로 그대로 들어. 지금부터 그대로 들어. 지금 보여주시.
This is too small to see.
It's the center, I think.
The center of the second row.
Got lots of arms.
Two, how many arms? Many arms?
Yeah.
What's the concept? Yeah, holding the concept.
Yeah. The second level down.
Yeah, I think the
Crown
second level.
chakra to the forefront, so the very center of the second row. Below. Dolores.
This one, no show.
Where is drum chakra? I went to where is drum chakra? You talk about translator. Where would he be?
Number 13 on the left.
13 on the left.
So if you see on this first group,
The first group on the top.
on the left he is this.
Okay.
13.
Where did
And on
you
the
get it?
right,
Where did you get the?
there's a this
code?
schematic with the numbers and.
Yeah, I think it's the central one. You can see that here it says on the second level down, visualize the other high school tantra deities with the color chakra to the forefront.
What?
In the group puja book, there is a key, I think. It's very key to all the figures and the names of all the groups and so forth. So you can take the time.
On
to
page
know.
130 of this book, in the back.
Okay? It's too complicated, okay?
I think it might be in the front of the new book, actually.
Yeah, front.
This is the new Lama Chopa book we'll be using soon that
This is a new one.
FPMT is
Very
kindly
nice.
created.
There, Tibetan, English, Chinese, French, Spanish. No, Tibetan English.
Does the old book have the key also?
Yeah, the old book has the key on page 130.
Okay.
In the back.
Okay? Anyway. Okay, now we stop. Do you have any questions? Today we don't have to homework because we have to 2 weeks day off.
Yeah.
2 weeks off.
More work to do. Yeah, if you want to, very serious tantra practice, listen to very careful all these teachings. Then he very detailed explain. I don't know these things. Okay?
Any other questions? No?
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Geshe.
Welcome. Same to you. Welcome.